We've traveled a lot as a family of 3, but this was our first time traveling as a family of 4. 2 kids, planes, boats, jungles, long car rides, and even one flight where I didn't even have a passport. Let me take you through how it really went. We are based in Buenos Aires now, and for our first trip as a family of 4, we wanted something close by. Brazil made sense. My husband is Brazilian, and some friends from the US were visiting at the same time. I also needed to apply for a US tourist visa, and Brazil had available appointments, unlike Argentina. So we booked it. And packing. I always check the weather before a trip, but Brazil is tricky in the winter. São Paulo can feel chilly at times. Rio is warm, and we were visiting multiple places, so I packed it all. Jackets, sweaters, swimming suit. In the end, we didn't use any of the warm clothes, but a year ago at the same time, I froze in a tank top. So yeah, I overpacked, but I had my reasons. The flight to São Paulo was short, just 3 hours, but it was our first time flying with 2 kids. Our toddler is a travel pro, snacks, cartoons, few toys, done. But our baby didn't sleep. Still, we survived. It was also the goodbye for my parents who returned to Ukraine, so it was emotional for me. We could sleep with our baby, so that part was simple. She slept with us, and our son either had his own bed or shared one with, with my husband. We didn't bother with cribs or anything. Feeding also wasn't a big worry. I was still breastfeeding. Well, I'm still breastfeeding. And my toddler, he eats pretty much everything, so restaurants were fine. I just try to avoid places where I know he won't eat anything. Brazil is perfect for him. We went to churrascarias a lot. Everyone ate well. We spent a few days in São Paulo. Maybe not a few days, just like a week. Just us first. What is that?
That's tomato.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, this was well done.
This is a boat. Stupid shit.
Then our friends arrived. We went to the park, we went to the markets, showed our friends around. They were so impressed with the city. Then the night before flying to Rio, I realized I didn't have my passport, and neither did my baby. They were still at the embassy. I don't know, we are totally forgot about it and decided to try anyway. I had a copy of my passport and a precaria, which is temporary Argentinian residency. And my daughter, she has DNI, which works in Brazil. It's like a green card, and in Latin America it works. So we played it cool. The airline let us on board. I still don't know how we pulled it off. Rio Madness, Lady Gaga, plus cultural calendar fail. We arrived in Rio the day after a Lady Gaga concert. The city was wild. Rainbow flags everywhere, beach parties, guys twerking in the sand. Not the quiet family beach trip I imagined. But honestly, it was so fun to witness. But it was super crowded. Beach, restaurant, everything. That week we were trying to go to Sugarloaf Mountain. The line was insane. We thought of waiting, but then no. We just turned around and decided to come back the other day. Way fewer people. So yeah, let's learn. We need to check the calendar, not just from the day of us arriving, but even before. From Rio, we took an Uber, a long one, and then a boat to an island. The island was so beautiful. Seafood, warm weather, little restaurants. It was so cute. We hiked through the jungles to get to a remote beach, no signs, so of course we got lost. But my son hiked the whole way by himself, up and down jungle trails like a little explorer. We were so proud of him. Honestly, I just wanted to freeze that moment. At the beach, he met a girl his age. They played together. We drank caipirinha with my husband as a reward. We also found a nice cold jungle lakes and then ocean with women there. It was wild. The sunset boat ride back was magical. It was a short visit, maybe 3 days, but really special. That's where my husband used to go to for vacation as a kid, so it felt like a full circle for him. We spent a few more days in Rio, then it was time to fly back to São Paulo. Again, no passport. Again, they let us in. I think they were too confused to argue. We picked up a rental car. We said goodbye to our friends. We picked up a rental car, picked up kids, car seats, and drove 10 hours to my husband's hometown. The drive went surprisingly well. I mean, not perfect, but it was okay. We packed toys, snacks. I sat in the middle to entertain them. And yeah, I like breastfeed my little one in a weird angles while strapped in, like not safe, not comfy, but it worked. We stayed about a week there, got our son's birth certificate, Brazilian's birth certificate, spent time with the grandma. We visited also nearby historical town, super charming, and my husband's grandma bought our daughter her first earrings. A beautiful little memory to keep. After that, we drove back to São Paulo, picked up my passport and my little one at the embassy, and flew back home to Buenos Aires. Looking back, I'll definitely pack lighter and I'll check local events before booking anything. But my biggest tip, don't expect perfection. Traveling with kids is hard. Plans will get ruined. There will be crying, but if you don't expect it all goes smoothly, you will handle it. At one point in a market, both kids were melting down. The baby needed to nurse. Our son was overtired and couldn't nap in the stroller. Our friends, like no kids, were watching us and oh my goodness, no. But after 40 minutes of chaos, both were asleep, we ate in peace, and that's how it goes. When we got back to Buenos Aires, one of our suitcases was missing. At first, they had no idea where it was, nothing in the system. And here's where things turned around. We had taken a photo of the luggage, of the suitcase, before we checked it in. Not just a random black bag either. This one was like a part plastic, part fabric, covered in stickers. It was like unique. We also messaged the airline. We didn't just say, oh, it was a black suitcase. No, we gave them everything, all the details, the check-in time, location, how the suitcase looked. And guess what? They found it. So yeah, if you are traveling, take a second and snap a photo of your luggage. If it gets lost, don't just fill in the lost baggage form, which I even didn't do it. Write the details like you are telling the story. This trip was chaotic, beautiful, exhausting, and unforgettable. Our first as a family of 4. And we made it work. Now we know we can do it. We are ready for more.